Hello, and welcome back to Geneforge. Picking up here in Valkyrie, although I think we can just head straight out, can't we? Yeah, I think that'll be good. Yeah, hello, hope you're doing well today. Got my coffee here, and yeah, just gonna get into it. I think today we are gonna try and get to Kazg. That's gonna be the main goal. I'm wanting to go back to like Pentur Woods and the Ascended Labs to try out the stuff we have left there. But I think we'll probably leave that to the next part. I want to do it sooner than later, you know. But I think we're going to go to Kazg Plains today, and hopefully that'll lead us to Kazg. Depending on how long this takes, we may do that and then head to those. Just because I feel like it's worth dedicating a whole episode to the towns. It took a fair while to actually get through all the content of these ones, so yeah, but we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I think we'll just head out, which I actually need to be at a border for. Yeah, alright. Oh, actually, first off, before I forget, thank you, Alegovich, for the suggestion. I think it is very fitting. And because oof, words already. Yes, names. So, first up, we have Kenny. And quite fittingly, we have Lenny. I think those are very fitting for ours, so I'm not even going to think twice on that. Yeah. Very nice. Thank you, Alegovich. I appreciate it. But yeah, hopefully we can continue without me stumbling around words. I don't really have any excuses at the moment. It's late at night, but it's not that late. And I got a coffee and I'm perfectly awake and I slept enough, so it's just my brain crapping out. Can't really say anything else, but I'll keep drinking coffee and hopefully it'll help. Alright, what do we got? This is a rather fancy looking place. I don't think we've really seen any hedges like that before. Oh, hello. Do not enter Kazg. Okay. Oh, you're coming straight up to me, alright. This servile guards the north gate of Kazg. He is an experienced warrior and his face bears the cold, calm expression of an experienced guardian. Oh, okay. He nods to you, unimpressed by what he sees. His manner is businesslike. Shaper, I'm Amina. Amina? 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 I'm never sure how to go with some of these names. Amina? Amina? I'm gonna go with Amina. Amina? No, I'm gonna go with Amina. I don't know. I'm Amina. I have been sent to greet you when you approach. You are at the outskirts of Kazg. Fair warning, your safety here is not guaranteed. Will I be attacked if I enter Kazg? Yes. Oh. The guards there are eager to meet you in battle. I doubt I could control them. They long for a chance to fight and slay a Shaper. Okay, alright, Why do they hate me? I do not have the time to recite the whole list of crimes your people have committed. All my warriors want is a chance for justice. I wish to enter Kazg to speak with your leaders. How is this possible? I would need to escort you into the town myself, but first I need to believe that it is worth it. I do not want one of your kind in my home, no matter what Norrell says. Okay. If you want me dead, wouldn't taking me to your leader bring that about? You can't kill me out here. Yeah, let's go Norrell. Who is that? Norrell rules the Takers. She told us there is a certain Shaper she wishes to see. She said nothing about how to identify him or her. I don't think Shapers can be trusted, so I will not let you pass. Okay. Tell me more about the Takers. No, I don't care if you know about us. You are the enemy. Shouldn't you obey your orders? I am not a servant to Norrell or to anybody. You Shapers want us all to be servants, to you or to each other. No, I am here and Norrell is not. I will not help you pass. It is wise to leave. If you do not, you will be slain. Alright, well, definitely not what you'd call a warm welcome. Jesus, I really can't speak tonight, can I? Not that that's anything new sometimes. Amina watches you carefully, blade close to hand, ready to defend himself. In contrast to the serviles to the west, his utter lack of awe and fear when facing a Shaper is unnerving. Oh, I guess that's... I'm a Shaper, how can he threaten me? Alright, let's see what he says. You must know little about the Takers to ask such a foolish question. We are independent from you, and we will stay so, or die. Well, I can certainly respect you're willing to put life on the line. And if I want to help the Takers, then you can try to play some Shaper trick on Norrell. She will see through it and we will destroy you. I guess there's not really anything else to say there, is there? Was there anything? If you want me dead, wouldn't taking me to your leader bring that about? You can't kill me out here. He stopped surprised. This clearly hadn't occurred to him. That is true. I do not think that I could kill you. Nora, however, definitely could. Follow me, Shaper. I will lead you to the gate. Watch yourself, though. Any theft, any crime, and we will swarm you. You are not the master here. Combination ends. Okay, I guess that was the right thing to go. Alright. Oh, this is already green. So maybe this isn't even going to be anything combat-wise. I just assumed like anything else, we're going to have to like clear the area out and... But is this part of Kazg then, or... I'm not really sure what the deal is. Oh. Yeah, there is actually some people to talk to here. Okay. Or at least one person. Someone's running there. It's like, yeah, this is... I mean, it's called, yeah, Kazg Plains, so I sort of didn't expect it to have any... Oh, yeah, these are actual buildings and stuff. So I don't know if Plains is... I'm an agent. Okay. If some of them taken on, like... Because that well, got described as a guardian, that's saying I'm an agent. Alright. Yeah, this is like, it's weird. There's like a maze-like thing and stuff. I guess it's not really a maze, it's just hedges. It looked mazy. But yeah, this is, I don't think plains is really the right word for it, is it? Like, this is not what I would call plains. Okay, alright. Well, this is unexpected, but interesting. Yeah, this is more like, I guess, farmland stuff. I don't know. Plains just is not the word I would use for here. Kazg is working very hard to reclaim as much of their farming land as they can. They have been bringing fresh dirt in, laboriously, a basket at a time. There are also plants from other regions of the island, carried here in old clay pots. The serviles of Kazg may be violent and strange, but you admire their persistence and ingenuity. They still have a long way to go, though. The crops here are sickly and getting worse. Okay. Oh, they got... Wow, there's a lot of crops here, eh? Alright, so this is like farmers and guards and stuff. Wow, there is a lot of crops. Yeah. Got some orcs. Let's do a quick save. Hello, orcs. Something over here. This we'll just explore and then we'll go over chat. Shapers are bad. Hugh, alright. How are you doing, Hugh? You've got an interesting little place for yourself. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely not what I was expecting. It's very interesting, though. Alright, so this might be quite the talky episode. Hopefully my brain will allow for that. Alright, got some more champions. Is that a piece of fruit? Alright, there's just random pears laying around. There's another one. There's somewhere there. So I don't know if there's... I'm not seeing any trees. It's kind of... Okay, doesn't really matter, just... Yeah, I can see these... Oh, that's a manor. So I guess that's the entrance. Okay. So what does this way go to? I don't know if we want to check that yet. Alright, there's anything else? I think we've revealed everything, have we? Yeah, I think so. Okay. So we have Hugh, and we have person here, Agat, and there was someone over here, right? Some S name, Shrel. Is that everyone we have? Is it just 3? I feel like I may have missed someone there. Oh, it was, yeah, right. Alright. Interesting stuff. I guess we'll just have a chat. I don't know how chatty they're going to be, but we'll see what they have to say. You meet one of Kazg's farmers. She is weak and wary. Her face and clothes are covered with a thick layer of dust. It is kicked up by every step on this slowly dying earth. She looks up at you with a face without emotion. The Shaper, I Srel, will you talk to me? You're a farmer here? Aye, farm. Try to. Harder now. She kicks the dirt. A little plume of dust comes up. Harder. Oh, okay, yeah, so they talk more like Clacket, which I think was meant to be like... Is that like the takers don't talk like us because the others sort of try to talk like us, whereas they stay away from it? But then that Amena, they seem to talk more normal, so I don't know. When did it become harder? 1 year passed, maybe 2. Earth dries. Must fight it. Kazg will choke on dusk. Is it difficult to farm here? Aye, you know. Your kind leave us this to live. You know how bad it is, how hard. You give bad place. We must live. I guess there's... What do you want to talk to me about? I live hard life here. Life too long. Must tell you. Ask question. You listen? Alright, what do you want to say? Live here 20 years, or more, maybe 20. Live with my bonded. Grow food. Raise child. Always hungry, even before struggle. Even before carrying the dirt in. Somehow we live. My bonded dies. Rogue kills him. Child died. Oh damn. Sickness. If Shaper here, there are no rogue. If Shaper here, no sickness. Cured like that. She snaps her fingers. Why? Why Shaper do this to us? Why this wrong thing? Why? Okay. The answer is that it is not for you to ask. You are our creations. If that is what we wanted, that is what must happen. Okay? I do not know. It was wrong, an injustice. My people should do something to make it better. You see, I obviously like lean more towards this, but again, I feel like some of these things, they're just too black and white. Like, I feel like something like this should have like 4 different answers. Like, you know, something that's a bit more evasive, something that is, I don't know, I think maybe like an uncaring, blunt option, but not one, because this one leads into the Shaper superiority shit. But I feel like there would be a valid option that would be sort of like as uncaring, but without that or something that just, I don't know, just on the roleplay side of things, I feel like some of these ones really need more options. I don't know, it just feels a bit too black and white for me, but yeah. I do not know, it was wrong, an injustice. My people should do something to make it better. She looks down at the ground, suddenly embarrassed. You say that, Shaper. You do not feel it. Do not think you feel it yet. Do not think you feel it yet. We'll think and hope and try to believe it. Oh my god, I'm sorry, I'm really not doing too well today, am I? She turns away, you hear her quietly sobbing. Oh, alright. So it seems like the Shapers probably, the Takers really hold some animosity towards the Shapers. Okay. Let's talk to Agat, the agent. How are you doing, Agat? You meet a Kazgian? Okay. It's the first time I've heard him referred to that way. You meet a Kazgian. He has a mad, unstable look in his eyes you have come to expect. A fanatic's eyes. He looks up at you. He looks like he could attack you at any moment if the whim struck him. Instead, he chooses to speak. A Shaper. Shaper, yes. Norrell said your kind would come. Now you talk at me. Good. I am Agat. I am an agent. Yeah, that's strange. Tell me about Norrell. Leader of Takers. She wise. One day she lead us against you. Once she tell us who to fight, we win freedom. Should you be telling me that? Alright. Do you hate all Shapers? Nay. Some do. Foolish ones do. Not Norrell. Not me. We know that Shaper who aid our cause is as much ally as servile who do so. More so, for Shaper has much more to lose. Help us and we'll help you more. Want no more? Talk to Norrell. Okay. I have another question. Your presence still agitates Agat. He traces circles in the dust with his toe. What Shaper? What you say to Agent Agat? Ah, so many names I'm not quite sure how to say. You call yourself an agent, only Shaper can be an agent. Well, that just feels weird to even say. I'm curious though, because it's like, what, just a term agent, what does it mean? I agent like Shaper agent are agent. Norrell find difficult place where bad things happen. She talks to me, and I go and I solve problem. Well, that makes sense. What sort of problem are you trying to resolve? Agat looks skeptical. You help take an agent? Mistrust, why? I would like to help. Oh, why not? Norrell think there is a spy up here. Not spy like you, blundering out in the open. Secret spy. I talk to all farmer and visitor, but I find no spy. He look up at you and smiles. You Shaper, smart. No way of serviles. You know of spy and tell me. We deal with you. Let you into city. We not all hate Shapers. Shaper who ally with us welcome. Alright, how do I find the spy? Use Shaper arts. Talk to serviles. Read their minds. Then you know. The Takers have a lot of confusion about the abilities of Shapers. Oh, okay, so there's probably some yeah, some of them probably think we have all these crazy powers we don't have, even though we do have pretty insane powers. Where is the spy? Near here, I think. We found message to obey us by river. Left here by one close, I think. What will happen to this spy? Justice. I have another question. Was there... No, right. Okay, so we did cover it all. Alright. Yeah, so I'm not even sure if I'll do that, but... Because we still have... Yeah, there's that... I sort of forgot about that. The Spine, Valkyrie, and kill El Hara. I'm still a bit, like, mixed on everything. Like, we're quite a ways in, and I'm starting to have actually met most of the factions. But I can't say I feel any particular reason to ally with any of them. Like, I certainly might have... You said, like, philosophically, I think I'm more along the... with the Ascended. Ascended? Yes? Yeah, the Ascended. What? Wait, no. Yes? No, why am I thinking Ascended? Awakened, God. Oh my God, my brain tonight. What is going on? Ah, the Awakened, yes. Sorry, don't mind me. It's just, yeah, well, it is me, so hopefully don't mind it. Anyway, saying, yeah, I feel more like philosophically aligned with the general Awakened stuff, but that doesn't necessarily make me want to ally with them, because a lot of what's going on here really seems like, you know, factional issues. Like, it's one faction against the other. They have different ways of life. They have issues with each other. But why exactly would I want to get involved with that? Like, even if I sort of agree with one more than the other, why does that suddenly mean I want to join them against the others, you know? I don't know. I just feel very disconnected from each of them, because they're all their own factions. They all have people I would probably like and dislike. Like, I don't get the impression that any of them are, you know, evil or something, you know? They all just have sort of different way of seeing things, you know? It doesn't put, like you said, even if I agree with one of them a lot more than another, it doesn't make me want to kill them or go against the others, you know? So I don't really know where my role's going to fall at the moment. I mean, I figure I'll just take things as they come. Like, I don't know the different ways the game can end, you know? Like, can we suddenly just take a boat off and we're done? Or, like, you know what I mean? I could see myself, as I said, I assume the Sholai are going to end up probably more my enemies. But, I don't know. It said, like, the Obeyers are certainly interesting. And then I like the Awakened for the most part, though I have some suspicions in that. But I said, even if those suspicions were... like, even if I ended up actually thinking, oh no, the Awakened are all good, they're exactly as they say, they have good leadership, you know, blah blah blah, I still wouldn't necessarily mean I'd suddenly want to kill anyone from the other factions. Like, I don't perceive them as an enemy, even if I disagree with them so far, you know? So I don't know, I guess we'll just keep taking things as we go. I guess I'm curious if what I'm feeling now is valid for the game, or is it just like I'm fence sitting and the game's going to want to make me choose or something, you know? But I feel like it hasn't given me a compelling reason. Especially with the whole setup for my character being that I want to get off the island. Like, I didn't mean to land here. I assume that I possibly have someone in my life who's worried about me, or I have places that I was meant to get to and stuff, like, you know? So, I don't know, maybe stuff with the Sholai will ramp up and that's where I'll be just sort of against them, as opposed to wanting to ally with any faction. I don't know, like, because obviously I could just ally with one for the sake of, you know, story, but I don't know, like, I like what I've done so far. I'm just taking it as I would, and I'm trying to sort of be led by what's happening in the game, not sort of like, oh, I want to do that sort of thing, you know? So, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just sort of rambling here. I'm just sort of thinking it out, because I realize, like, this is part 20 now, so we're certainly not... Like, I think there's a lot left, but I think we're a good chunk into the game. And I don't know, let me know what you think about that, like how I'm acting in the game and, you know, the faction stuff and all that. Like, because I assume you don't have to join any of them. I'm just not sure if that's going to be, like, a shorter game and I'm actually going to miss out a lot of stuff, or, like, if the game sort of really does intend you for to join one, or... I don't know, I mean, we've still got a lot more to see of the takers here, but... As I said, I just don't feel a compelling reason to side with any one of them, even if I disagree or agree with any of them so far. I I don't know. That's all I'll say on that for now. Otherwise, it'll turn into full-blown rambling. But anyway, let's. There's no one else there, right? No one was in there. I know we have the one up in the corner. Did I don't know if I missed anyone else in the farmlands. Although I guess we have that quest now. That's what I was. The thought come from, because we have this quest now to find a spy. But who's that faction going to be, you know? That's sort of the... Yeah. I mean, it could be this person, couldn't it? I guess it could be actually this person over here. I hadn't really thought about that. Because they're just saying the takers are good. Like, it's not very subtle. I don't know. I guess we'll just have a chat and see. There is a young female servant camped out here. She is small and nervous. Like everything else in this barren place, she is covered in dust. She bows when you approach. A shaper. Welcome. Welcome, shaper. I am Hugh. What are you doing out here? I live a peaceful life. I farm my tiny plot. I try to survive in this harsh place. I want to know more. I won't tell you. I hate shapers. You just bowed to me. I don't think you... I mean, I suppose you can be extremely polite, but extremely forward, I guess. Alright. Hugh sits on her log. What else would you like, shaper? Isn't it dangerous to live here like this? The takers have made this area secure. The rogues do not trouble them anymore. They are starting to be able to grow crops. Despite the harshness, this is one of the safest places on Susha Island. Thanks to the takers, she hastens to add. Oh, yeah, so... them, trouble them anymore, not trouble us anymore. Yeah, I think this might be the spy. Are you a taker? Why, of course. She has difficulty saying it. I hate the Shapers for all they have done to us. I see. You seem to have doubts. No, I don't. Never mind, no doubts. I am a taker, secure in the wisdom of Norrell. Are you lying to a Shaper, one of your creators? How can you do that? She grows upset. She looks around, making sure nobody is listening. No, Shaper, you are correct. I am an obeyer. I am spying. I must obey a Shaper, no matter what it costs, if it helps fight the evil of the takers. Yeah, thought so. You're a spy? What have you learned? I know that the takers are allied with the humans, the outsiders, the invaders. I don't know why. I know, though, that it is something to do with control of the Geneforge. What is the Geneforge? I do not know. A powerful Shaper artifact left behind when you all fled. With time, I'll find out. What do the takers want with me? There are 2 Shapers on Susha Island. Oh! Really? Okay, that's new. Nora has been trying to get one Shaper brought to her. There is another who she wants to kill. That is what the outsider humans want. I think you are the Shaper they want, not the Shaper they want to kill. Not all of the takers are so sure. Is there any other information you can give me? I am sorry, Shaper, but I am not sure you follow the true will of the Shapers. If you were allied with the Obeyers, though, it would be different. Okay. I have another question. Hugh sits on her log. What else would you like, Shaper? Yeah, I guess that's... Yeah. Okay. So I guess now we can go report it if we want to. Which is sort of like the other spy. We now know there's an Obeyer spy here at the Takers, and there's a Taker spy at the Awakened village. Which, yeah, that's why I said about, like, I don't know if I'm just... Feels like I'm just being a fence sitter, not making a decision, but... I don't have to make a decision. Like, in terms of roleplay in the game, it feels like why? Why would I get involved? You know, like maybe I help a little here and there, you know. When I run into things, you know, I'm Shaper, I have powers, I'm traveling through their lands. I'm staying in their towns, you know, if I can help a little, that's cool. But allying with a faction is very, you know, it's a big step sort of thing. Like that's, you know. And unless it goes beyond simple factional differences that result in combat, like, I mean, you know, if it's just warring factions, then I see no reason to take a side, you know? But I mean, there's some differences, I don't know, I think when I learn more about the Awakened, there could be something there, but the Takers seem to be... I don't know. It's hard to judge them so far. Because just because they hate Shapers, like, is that all it is? Or, you know? Then you have the Obeyers, which... They don't... Like, they're fanatical, but they seem fine. But then also it seems like they see takers as like an enemy to the point of that fanaticism really hitting the sky, you know? Where they'll just kill them, like that weird, like the McCall Blade guy with his seeming like kill room thing he had. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know how to feel about them at the moment. And I think that might be everyone. I don't know. Let's just double check here to see if there's anyone else to talk to. But as I said, let me know what you think about all that. Like, I just don't know how to feel about any of it, honestly. Like, I'm still enjoying it. Like, the fact that I'm not inclined towards any of them isn't making me enjoy the game any less. I'm still really interested in wanting to learn more and play it through. I feel like I'm more a stranger walking through in a land, observing and helping here and there and stuff. I'm not feeling this like, oh, I want to take down X, or you know what I mean? I think the main thing I could see happening is end up going against the takers because of because if they ally with the Sholai and they end up being my enemy, I could see that. But if I, even if I was against the takers, would that mean I would want to ally with the Obeyers? Because it seems like, if anything, the Obeyers and the Awakened have a lot more in common than the takers. Like, I don't recall, like, I don't recall how the Obeyers actually spoke of the Awakened. Because honestly, like, I feel like they have a lot more in common. They really only split the difference of that the Obeyers are obviously quite fanatical towards Shabers, but I also feel like they're in the realm of where they could live together peacefully. Like, I can't imagine, it just feels like, yeah, I mean, it's just someone non-religious with someone very religious type of thing. It's like, you're going to obviously have some lines where you butt heads, but overall, a lot of things in common, wanting to live peacefully and, just do all that stuff. Whereas, yeah, I don't know. So I'm curious if you align with the Awakened or Obeyers, how the other faction of there feels. Because I definitely see more connection between them than the Takers. The Takers is also a name I hadn't thought too much on, but it is like, what do they want to take? Like the Awakened, it feels kind of obvious. The Obeyers, that's also an obvious name, but Takers, that's not, their name isn't based on like Rejected. They're not the Rejectors, which would sound sort of weird, but you know what I mean? Like, it's Takers. So, I mean, I guess that could be like taking back their freedom, maybe? Sort of something like that. I don't know. I'm doing a lot of thinking out loud here, so, don't mind my rambling. But yeah, I think that's all for this area, isn't it? I guess we'll check over here, see where this actually leads. What do we got? Oh, okay. That heads out to the... Alright, interesting. Yeah, alright. That's cool. Yeah. I guess we'll, do you have anything else to say? Amena watches you carefully, blade close to hand, ready to defend himself. In contrast to the serviles to the west, his utter lack of... Oh, yeah, same thing. Alright, same stuff there. Well, this is the entrance to Kazg, but I sort of want to leave Kazg for its own episode. I think we're going to swing over from here. Hopefully that's okay, because I feel like we're right set up to go into Kazg, but it feels like it normally... Well, how do we want to go about this? I was thinking we could go over to Pentel Woods and that, but I don't know, the lead up, we're here. Yeah, we should go in, shouldn't we? Alright. Don't mind my backpedaling. Alright, let's go to Kazg. It feels like it feels fitting, really. Because we're not actually too far in. We've only been recording for 30 minutes, so it's not too bad. Also, it's got achievement on Steam, The Vengeful. Alright, Kazg. You step into the city of Kazg for the first time. The response is immediate. Shouts of alarm, drawn weapons, farmers and children run for safety. You prepare to defend yourself. However, before anyone ends up dead, a large servile in a steel breastplate runs between you and your assailants. Wait, he shouts. Orders of Norel. If Shaper do not commit crime against takers, Shaper not attacked. No blades, no threats. Shaper has business with us, not yet foe. Back to business. The words have the desired effect. The serviles slouch back to their businesses, casting dark looks back at you. The armed servile approaches. I echo blade. You no friend to me, but we have business. Nora waits in West Hall. She lead takers of free. Go to her. Fear us, Shaper. One wrong step, one crime, we fall on you. We have no love of Shapers, only business. Echo turns and walks back to the massive stone hall at the west of the city centre. Okay. From here you are able to get a good look at the crumbling reclaimed city of Kazg. Though it is barren and dusty as the rest of this region, it is still a massive and impressive fortress. This must have been the administrative centre of Susha Island back in the day. From here all of the orders and directive which govern this colony emerged. Most likely the decision to abandon Susha Island came out of here. This may be a good place to obtain clues about what happened here and why this island was barred. If the takers don't kill you, that is. Yeah, not the most friendly welcome. Well, I guess we'll take a look around. Because, I mean, I'm not sure how chatty they're actually going to be here, you know? Most of them leave me be. Yeah, well, that's, I guess we'll... No meat? Okay. Well, yeah, let's talk, why not? The efforts of preparing food for the serviles of Kazg have left this servile bent and tired. Still, she labours on, determined not to shrink her duties. When she sees you, she picks up a sharp knife. I Caxon, this is my kitchen. No Shaper welcome here. Why do you threaten me? I hate you. I hate your kind. You leave me be, or you pay. Fine then, I will leave. You go. She waves a knife. Not come back. Okay. Yeah, see, that was... When I thought about not coming into Kazg, I also thought, well, they may not actually want to talk to me so much, so... It just, the last cut, like previously when we got to towns, it took quite a while to actually talk to everyone. Okay, no one there with a name. Ooh, we have... What the fuck's going on here? This is a breeding hall. The serviles have been growing new mines. The fungal creatures are mating and slowly growing into the pits to the west. Since they don't become volatile until they have lived several months, they can be transported safely. This is yet another thing you had thought only Shapers could do. The serviles here have taken a valuable and powerful Shaper skill and made it their own. It would seem so. Interesting. Okay. This servile's robes have many pockets. Tools and wires and Shaper equipment poke out everywhere. She looks too distracted by her own work to have many opinions on politics, taker or otherwise. I am Kyauzo. What do you want? She hasn't actually looked at you. You aren't even sure she knows you're a Shaper. What is your job here? I am a tinker. Some of us still pass down old servile tinker knowledge. It is useful. I help work on growing creations and I make the land grow. Why is the land here so barren and dusty? I do not know. It came upon us over years, starting when my grandfather was still alive. Land to north barren, the area crawls south. Not know what causes it. Have many plans though to make land more fertile, working hard, then we can eat. You grow creations? We can't make them, can't use magic. Shapers breed us not to have magic, but we can breed living things to use, so I grow mines and spore boxes and other devices. Norrell asks and I provide. She works hard to help Servile, so I help her. Oh, okay. Can you grow every sort of creation? No, many battle types like Thads are sterile. Living tools are too complex, so are batons. Mines though, we make them. Use them to defend our lands from craven Serviles to the west. Okay. I have another question. Do you have any advices you can tell me? I give no help to one who is not a taker. I am loyal. Okay. Fair enough. I guess you're pretty set with your work. Oh, green crystal. Interesting. Wait, have we seen the green ones? Oh yeah, in that where was that? Was that Hills of Jars or Spiral? I think it was Spiral Burrow. I'm thinking of where the green ones were. Oh, Pooler. Hello. Oh, big fancy hall. I'm guessing that's probably where whatchamacallit is, Norrell. Okay, this is it's a pretty large area. Okay. What do we got there? Old library. Though Taker Vandals have destroyed much of what the Shapers left here, they left this library alone. For some reason, they left the scroll records intact, though they have made no extra effort to preserve them. You browse the records briefly. There are a mishmash of tomes, journals, and notes scavenged from all over Susha Island. Many are incomplete and most are damaged, and practically all of them are uninteresting. Though these works were neglected for a long time, you find signs that the Takers have recently begun to read them again. The Takers spent years descending into near barbarism. Now they are struggling to gain knowledge. Oh, okay. So maybe they like really rejected everything Shaper, but then things didn't go so well, so they shifted that around, like, especially if it's to survive, obviously, like. Alright, let's check these tomes. Okay. This thick book is full of Susha Island's records, rough maps, inventories, descriptions of main research facilities, and so on. It looks like the Serviles have been flipping through it carefully, trying to understand its contents. All of the maps and most of the descriptions have been smeared by water and age. You do, however, find a good description of the main research facilities which are to the north. There are 2 main workshops to the north, for making tools and power spirals. They are called West Workshop and South Workshop. There is also a large mine for quarrying stone, minerals and useful crystals. That is at the east edge of the island. The main research warren is huge, dug deep within the largest mountain on Susha Island, on the northeast corner of the island. There are 2 entrances, one at the west end and one at the south end. Interestingly, several pages were recently torn from this book. They may still be around. Okay. We're learning a few things then. Got some sheets of paper, but nothing more. Which, yeah, I'm guessing that's referring to this up here. And possibly just there. Which I don't think I'd seen until just now. That just caught my eye. Yeah, so there's a few little things like that around. I think there was one more somewhere, or I might be thinking of that and I was just forgetting. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff going on underground or in mountains. Let's check this one. Something interesting, perhaps? Calling the Inutile. The Shapers will call takers Inutile. It means we are without use, without value. The only use a servile can have to Shapers is as a tool, a generator of wealth, a servant or tinker. It is our dream that all serviles are Inutile. None of us provide for the Shapers. We have paid off our debt to our creators 1,000 times over. Of course, some Inutile harm other serviles, attack them, steal from them. These serviles must be punished, not because they are Inutile, but because they are thugs and criminals. The key distinction, they will be judged by the standards of their own serviles, not the standards of Shapers. Okay. I don't know if we'd read that one, but... Oh no, got XP, so I'm guessing not. Alright, interesting stuff. I guess let's check upstairs. Then we'll have a chat with the librarian. Oh, what the fuck? Okay, not what you expect of a library. I'm gonna just not do that. What the hell was that creation? Was that one of them? I mean, it was red, so I didn't really want to get into a fight with it right now, but... Alright, Toivo. This servile seems quite calm and intelligent, yet his eyes are full of calm contempt for you. He is afflicted with the madness of the takers. He is also very at home in his library. The Shaper comes, yes, I am learned Toivo of takers. I speak with you of taker learning, what we have learned, what we want to learn, what great works I will do. You are looking after our Shaper knowledge? The Shapers enslave us, the Shapers are the enemy, and the wisdom of tactics is to know all you can of the enemy, so you use their powers and defeat them. Each year we learn more of you and the secrets and tricks you use to keep us down. One day we use that knowledge. We think now, but we talk same. I talk different, but am wise. Yeah, see, this kind of stuff, it does seem like the takers are planning a larger thing, and it almost makes me feel like when you die, it's a spoiler to that. Because like, when you die, it talks about, like, basically a war happening. It says, like, droves of enemies descend from the island and all this stuff, and it's like, it really stood out because I hadn't even thought about that. Like, I hadn't even considered the possibility of stuff like that going on. But now when you hear stuff like this, one day we use that knowledge, and there's been a few other things of that. It sort of leans more and more towards like that kind of thing, like that possibly the Takers and Shoalai are planning like an invasion on the mainland or something. Which yeah, it's when you die though, it seemed to really, or just says it happens basically because you're not there. It almost sounds like, it doesn't say it's the Shoalai and Takers in that message, but I don't know, it just felt a bit spoilerish almost in a strange way, or at least it sort of jumped it out there when it hadn't really even hinted at it when the first time we died. So I don't know, just some thoughts. Why don't you just destroy them? Once we did. Takers devolved, stopped reading, learning, became like beasts. Now Norrell is changing us. If we must fight Shapers, knowledge will keep us alive. Why do the serviles here speak differently than serviles elsewhere? Maybe crude to you, honest to us. Other serviles, they say they might want freedom. In head, they are weak servants who imitate masters. We choose not speak like you. Who is Shaper to say how servile talk or not talk? Fair enough. I have another question. Toivo absently arranges the scrolls on his shelves as he speaks with you. What else do you want? Learning or to help with great work? What have you learned here? But you not a taker, you not an ally. I help you not. Talk to Norrell, ally with us, and I give you full access to the learning here. What do the takers believe? We believe, like the Awakened, that we should be free. We know that you Shapers will never give freedom to us. We must take it, using every weapon we have. Yeah, that's... yeah. What is the great work you mentioned? Oh, a quest? Torvo is torn for a moment. To share? Do I share? You are Shaper, but you are strong. You travel. You can help us, yes. I want knowledge, old knowledge, records of the creation of the serviles, how we were made, what creatures we were made from, humans, primates, felines, wolves, what? Shall I say they saw tablets, describe original components of serviles. I want them. Where are these tablets? Ashol I saw them in the South Workshop. Schematics, descriptions, knowledge of servos. Toivo gets more excited as he talks. Did not know they were valuable to us. Want them now. Bring them. I reward. How do you know these tablets exist? Ashol I saw them. Saw them when looking through records and shaper gear for scavenging. Did not know they were valuable to us. Tell me more about the tablets. Serviles are most complicated of creations. One of oldest too. Very rarely shaped. We breed instead, like proper creatures. Knowledge of how we were first made is mostly lost. Our origins, our source strange. We want to know this. Why do you want to know this? We are not allowed heritage, not allowed our origins, who we are, where we are from, and how can others be more like us? And Torvo shakes his head. So what will you do with this information? Do is take a business. Takers don't answer to shapers. Bring tablets, I reward you well. That is all. Leave me. Excited. Hope. Yes. South Workshop. Must think. Go. Torvo walks away. Okay. Well, I'm not particularly inclined to help you, but I'll keep it in mind. I mean, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I said, like, so far, I don't know. I said, if it ends up being that the Sholai and Takers are planning some sort of, like, war to invade the mainland and Shapers and stuff, I can understand that, I guess, within the game. But that also doesn't mean that I have any interest getting involved with that even. I don't know, I think that my position being that I'm a Shaper, but also I was just sort of... I have no background. I have no... You know, and I'm in training, technically. Like, I'm not even a proper Shaper or whatever. So, even if there's all this, like, Shaper superiority shit that I don't necessarily agree with, I don't feel like I'm going to learn enough about society as, like, the Shaper Society and everyone else. Like, I don't feel like I can really know enough about that to ever be like, yeah, I want to side with the Sholai and Takers and, you know, go and kill them all sort of thing. Like, it just seems like a bit of a stretch. Like I said, like, I've heard a lot of things Shaper related that I would probably disagree with. But, you know, what's the result going to be of that war? How... You know, how big are the cities that Shapers live in? How many citizens are? Like, I just don't know really anything about all of that, you know? Let's check this. Oh, east. Alright, it goes over to the east. Alright. So yeah, I don't know. I said I'm just going to keep going with it. We'll see how things play out. I'm just, I don't know. I guess part of me wants like a guiding force. Like, I kind of want to side with them, you know? Because, as much as everything is interesting, I do feel like the more I've gone on, the more I don't really have, well, just like a guidepost to sort of head towards, you know. I'm sort of just making my way through the land, but without purpose other than really wanting to leave with the boat. Although that's really not come up that much. Like, we've had some directions of where we can possibly go, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, we'll just keep playing as we go for now. Get that weed. Well, isn't that a fun attitude? This servile is circling her crops, trowel in hand. The takers have torn up a wide swath of flagstones to make room for plants. Maybe the dirt inside the city is less corrupted. When you get close, she turns and inspects you. You fascinate her. Hello, Shaper. I am Paula. I am a humble farmer. She is nowhere near as hostile as most of the takers. Why are you growing things inside this fort? Dirt around Kazg has died. We bring in dirt of our own, living dirt. We bring most in here where it can be protected and watched. Why is the soil dying? After Shapers left, we had to look after ourselves. Soil got sicker then. Was stable for a long time. Then years ago, 2 years, got worse. Crops died. Had to haul in fresh dirt. Are you able to survive here? I don't know. I am afraid. Sometimes I fear Kaz must die. We need to leave this island. But how can we, when we will only fight Shapers and get killed by them? It's a bit of a predicament. I mean, it seems like a pretty large island, but... yeah. I'm just awkwardly about to drink some coffee. That is good. That is good. Alright. So, I think I've talked to most people already. And it's just this main hall left, or did I miss something? I mean, there's this, but there was that no entry, which I assume couldn't be a crime at the moment. Oop. Once this was the administration center of Susha Island, the Shapers ruled from here. It is still a majestic hall despite the century of neglect. This room is ringed with tapestries bearing the symbol of the Shapers. They are torn and defaced now. The takers keep them as trophies. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was, yeah, that, where, in the library. That thing was named there as well. Biri or something, wasn't it? B-I-R-I, I think. So that's interesting. I don't know if that's like, yeah. Because we've got Riley there. Oh, we've got elite guards. Alright. Ah, Elko Blade. Hello. And got Norrell there. Okay. Interesting stuff. Hello. This is the servile who met you at the gate. He wears a thick steel breastplate. An imposing sword hangs from his belt. The breastplate has been passed down for a century and bears the scars of dozens of battles. The servile wearing it is similarly worn. I am Elko Blade Shaper, warrior and taker. I have orders to talk to you. I will enlist your help. I will let you help the Tapers. Okay. You want Shapers to help you? Yes, this island has become bloody and dangerous. There are threats. We need help. Don't you have allies? We do. They are busy with Norrell, working on great tasks. So they are allied with the Sholai, I guess? Because others mention the Sholai. They don't seem to exactly be hiding the fact that they're involved with the Sholai. So, yeah. I'm not really sure what's up with that. Why would you take help from Shapers? You owe us a debt, a great debt. We are not too proud to collect. Okay? The Takers are opposed to my kind. Why should I help you? Because if you help us, we might ally with you. We can offer you much. Much knowledge, much power. Do not underestimate us, Shaper. Speak to Norrell and you will learn more. I have another question. Elko Blade stands tall and looks you in the eye. You count the scratches and burns on his face. I will still talk to you. The Takers want your help. Do you have a lot to do? Wait. Do you have to do a lot of fighting to defend Kaz? Once, much. Rose came from the mountains to the north all the time. Many of us were killed. It was a constant struggle to keep them away. Now things are better. Should not say reasons. I assume the Sholai might be involved with that, I don't know. The settlements to the west are constantly attacked by rogues now. We are spared that. It is just. He doesn't elaborate. What do you want me to do? East of here is a band of outsider humans. Sholai. Leave Kazg to the east. Cross the bridge. If you say I allow it, guards there will let you pass. Travel to the wet, dank caves to the east. Kill Sholai you find there. Oh. Do this for me and I will pay you well. This will be a token of the power the Takers can offer you for your help. What? Okay. That's unexpected. Because you're literally saying to go to the Sholai and they'll let you pass, so is the Takers trying to double cross them or something? That's, why do you want them dead? Because Norrell wishes it. Do this and you will be well rewarded. They will act friendly. This is a trick. They are treachery. Okay, this is a bit of a turn, alright. What other rewards will come from this? Can be proof to Norrell that you want to help us. She is good ally. You want me to kill Sholai? Why? Ships of Sholai come to our island, trapped here. Most stay with their leader, want to loot Shaper power. A few have dissent, fight us, fight other Sholai. These are a trouble, will be removed. Oh, okay. You agree with this? Nora wishes it. She is wise. I follow her. Do this and you will be well rewarded. Okay. Alright. Wasn't expecting that at all. Kill outsider rebels. Elko Blade, a Taker warrior in Kazg, asks you to slay a band of Sholai invaders. You can find them in some caves across the bridge east of Kazg. You will warn that if they are friendly, do not be fooled. This is part of their treachery. Okay, that's right. I assumed they were just fully allied with them or something. I mean, yeah, because the librarian spoke as though they were in that way, because she, don't remember if it was a guy or not, but they said, about like not realizing those tablets were valuable to them and stuff. Like it sounded like they have some sort of a relationship. So I don't know if maybe Norrell's playing nice with them, but actually considers them an enemy or something. Yeah, that, I do not know what to make of that. Alright, I guess we've talked to... Oh wait, did I? Oh. I did miss that. Oh, we couldn't get in there, I guess. Let's just do a quick detour over here. I just want to make sure. I assume I couldn't open it, but I just want to be certain I didn't mistake that. Oh. Okay. I'm gonna quick save. Well, I guess I already did over there. That's fine. Yeah, let's do that. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble going in here, but I'm curious. Okay. Let's heal myself. I mean... Oh, I can't... Wait, what do them ones do? I don't know if I should be doing this or not. Like, because I don't want to... Well, I haven't really done save scumming, but if this fucks up the Kazg stuff, I will load it. I don't like doing that. I want to just roll with things, but you know, I wouldn't do this if I knew, so I don't know. I'm trying to justify my potential save scumming, so it is what it is. Otherwise I would try and avoid it, and I have, I think, for the most part. But let's creep up. Okay. Exit combat. Heal. It's so weird how you can do this. Oh shit, that was, I cut that a bit close, didn't I? Oh crap. It almost went. Oh crap, there's more of them. Alright. Not too sure what's the deal here. Let's creep up. Heal. This actually seems to work pretty well, surprisingly. Just have to tank them all one by one. Yeah, it's not too bad. Alright, do that again. Ooh, what the hell are those? Okay. I don't know what is going on here. Oh, there's a canister. Except we can't... Oh, we can. I thought that was a barrier. I guess we're safe now, so we can just exit combat, right? Oh, are you guys stuck? Oh, that's interesting. Alright. Well, you inspect the records on the shelves. They are a list of servile workers and jobs they do. Nothing useful. Alright. Well, hopefully, yeah, I said I don't want to make enemies right now, but hello canister, you know, so there is that. You are sure there was once a servile mind in this room. It is gone now. Oh, alright. I have no idea what those are. I don't think I've seen anything like that. What about in here? The cabinet is mostly empty. You find dusty jars with cracked seals and useless dust inside. You do find a large ceramic jar, sealed shut with a thick layer of wax. The label indicates that it is filled with nutritive goo used to sustain the lives of servile minds. Oh, hell yeah. Though it is bulky, take it with you. Awesome. Oh, awesome. Is that... Oh, I guess that we have... Right, I always forget we have... Where is it? Yeah, I always forget this exists. Nice. That is awesome. Now we can go... I think it's the buried cells, yeah. So, I don't know, maybe next episode or the part after, I think we can combine doing the Pentel Wood stuff, the Ascended Labs, this, and Maybe we can go back to that Draco. Like, if I get a level. I don't know, but maybe if there's anything else on my notes that I've forgotten to go back to, I think we can combine them all, and I think that would be good. We may actually do that next part, actually. Now that we've got that, that would make a nice combo of things we could do. Oh, awesome. Permitting I don't need to reload the save, that is. Let's grab those. Ah, yeah, that's really good. I'm really happy to have found that. Oh, shit. I was about to hit quick save. I do not want to do that right now. Yeah, it's fine. Oh, so it's a Terra upgrade. Oh, very nice. So, I want to see the difference. Right, so we have... Okay, it just doesn't say anything there, but it's terrified for 3 turns and it says 36%, so... Now what is it? Okay, still says the same. Is that gonna... No? Terrifies all enemies in a circular target area, causing them to flee each battle. Each point increases the skill of... Each extra point of this skill increases the effect. Well, that's good, because Terra's one I think we're going to use more often, but I'd like to know the difference. Like, it still just says Terrified for 3 turns, 36%, so... There's not actually any indicator that it got any better. I mean, it obviously, I assume, is better, you know, so I'm not too worried. But there's a number of things like that. Like, I really think that they should give some more information. Like, I don't know why it's so obscure with some of these things as to what they actually do. But yeah, that was, I mean, no one's attacking us, so I assume we're all good. Yeah, alright, that was actually a very well worth detour, actually. Yeah, not bad. Although, shit. I just quick saved. So let's hope it didn't screw anything up. Ugh, alright. An old servile stands behind this long table. She has been alive for many years, all of them hard. When she sees you for the first time, she has to exert a great effort to keep herself under control. Part of her wants to have you killed. She is sorely tempted to just call the guards and have it out here and now. But she has other plans, so she controls her rage and hatred. After a few long moments, she gains enough control to speak. Shaper, you have come to us. I am Norrell, leader of the Takers. Though I am sworn enemy of your kind, I am strong enough to deal with you without rage. Come and we may speak. I want to learn about the Takers. I am glad. I will tell you our story if you choose to hear it. Alright, tell me your story. Serviles lived in Kazg for many years after you Shapers left. It was hard. You have many tunnels and warrens to the north. Rogues came out of them and savaged us, and the land slowly grew more sick. We don't know why. Our plants were always sickly, and we were hungry and we died. But we were loyal. We thought you created us, so we owed you a debt. But as years passed and we suffered more and more, we grew angry. Then what happened? Then one of us stepped forward. Name is lost. One day he went to the middle of the square, mad with hunger and anger, and he raised his fist. He began to shout, "The Shapers are wrong. They torment. They bad. We must take our free." What happened to him? Oh, he was killed. We were loyal to your kind then. Guards struck him down, but the idea was planted, and as the years passed, more and more came to repeat his word. We call ourselves Takers now, because we will take our freedom from you, however we can. You lost all right to control us when you left us here. We turned away from your learning, your magic, for a time. You're a bunch of rogues. In the end, we'll have to destroy you. Is that like that's just like a dumb thing to say. It's like, even if you thought that, yeah, you're in the middle of this city, you're talking to the leader, and you say that. It's like, yeah, that's a smart move. If you think you should be free, I agree. I hope it will be not necessary to fight. You turned away from us for a time. Now we get new allies. We see that we let ourselves become crude, like Thads. We are starting to learn again, read, study, use Shaper weapons against you. Okay. So, now we get new allies, which I would assume means a Sholai, but then... I'm a bit confused on that. What do you want from me? I want you to ally with us. We have plans in motion, but we need a Shaper to help. If you do, you fight for justice, for freedom, for creations you treated so badly. But there is more than that. If you will help us, you will gain power. If you help us, we can make you strong. Incredibly strong. Stronger than your masters would ever let you be. Help us and you can take some of the power hidden on this island. Okay. If you think you should be free, I agree. I hope it will be not necessary to fight. Which, yes, that's... Because this is just like... I said, even if you thought this way, it would just be a dumb thing to say. Like, you know? I hope so too. I will avoid war if we get all we want. Not all takers feel that way. If what we are planning works, bloodshed will not be necessary. Okay, I have another question. Norrell continues to maintain her calm. All of her guards watch you closely, eager for any excuse to impale you. What do you want, Shaper? Tell me more about the takers. I will. We are takers. Takers are free. We will be free of Shaper control. You will never command us again, ever. You will take your freedom? You want to fight the Shapers? No, we want you to be just. If you give us freedom, we spare you for your crimes. We will take peace and leave revenge behind. If not, we must fight. We will die or be free. Okay. Well, you're not sounding completely unreasonable, but being driven by anger doesn't help, although you seem to understand that, I guess. Alright. I don't hate Norrell so far. You don't think you owe the Shapers anything? The other servers on Susha Island don't agree? They are weak and scared. They disgust us. They will worship you a little or a lot. We will only deal with you when we know we are safe. We can only be free when we have no fear. And what if Shapers fight you? Then they will destroy us. We are not fools. How can we think else? They are many and powerful. We are weak. We would be killed. This island would be covered with fire, but Susha Island has secrets. We can be saved. How? We have allies now. We have ways to power. We will find a weapon. That is why I talk to you. Shapers are cruel and violent. You are young. Maybe your mind can still be changed. And that is all. Okay, I have another question. There are things I want to ask. I will not tell you secrets, but I will listen. We want your help. Why have you not attacked me? I have let you live and approach me because my allies want your help. She finds this hard to say. We want your help. We want you to ally with us. We have much we need and much to offer. I'm trying to find a boat. Where can I find one? If you are allied with the takers, I might help you. What do you know about the outsider humans? They are called Sholai. When you are allied with the takers, there is much I can tell you. Your land is dusty and your crops are sickly. Yes, after Shapers left, land grew sick, a bit. Then it stopped getting worse. We could live, barely. A year ago, land started getting worse again. Takers can't hide in Kazg anymore. We need to act. Okay. So that, yeah, I mean, that's certainly a serious issue if your crops aren't growing. What sort of things do takers make? Study. Years ago, nothing. Turned away from all things Shaper. Even reading. Am ashamed. Now we know we must learn again. In a way to wisdom. Is a way to wisdom. Escape, power, safety. I have another question. Okay, I want to talk to you about what's happening on this island. Oh yes, so much I can tell you. So many secrets to share. But only with takers. With allies of takers. Okay. I would like to... Yeah, so that's a bit... So I guess it's open now. I'll be going now. Alright, just remember, we are just. Is that all then? Like, is that sort of the pitch? Like... Okay. Kind of want to press this. Okay. Right. Well, I do not know how to feel right now. Meeting Norrell, a little bit unexpected. I actually like Norrell a bit more than I thought I would. I think the takers feel a tad fanatical. It's not really the right word, but I just more mean in that extreme sense. But talking with Norrell makes me feel less so. They seem a bit more reasonable and like they have a... I mean, right or wrong, just cause, you know what I mean? Like, they want to fight for their freedom. They're willing to die for it. You know, I sort of can't hate them, you know? But I don't... It doesn't also mean I want to ally with them. Like, if they're... You know, it's sort of an awkward thing because it's like, if they're against the Awakened and Obeyers... That would make me far less inclined to ever join them because I have no issue with them. If their only issue is with the Shapers, then I can lean more into that. But I also feel like there's this disconnect for me because I've never met another Shaper. All I've heard is how they've done all these things and, you know, the way they are, but it's a simplistic view when you're hearing it from one side, never having met other Shapers, you know? It's like, how many Shapers actually treat serviles that way? Like, is it 99% of them? Or is it like half of them? How many people were actually involved with what went on this island? There's just so many things like that, considering, you know, like, yeah. I don't know. I feel like, you know, it's just, because we're at the point now where we can ally. We've been to the main 3 towns. And we can ally with any of them if we're so inclined, but I don't know. Let me know what you think, and let me know if I'm missing something. Like, is there something I'm ignoring or I've overlooked that you think would pull me towards one of them? Because they all interest me. I think they all, you know, but I'm just not seeing any real reason that I would want to ally with them. And it's not even so much that I don't want to ally with them. It's more that I see no reason that I want to go against the others, you know? Like, I can understand their plight and I can, you know, sort of, yeah, but if allying with them meant going against them, you know, I have no reason to do that. And even, like, with the Obeyers against these guys, like, because again, the biggest mark to these... That's a weird way to phrase it. But I mean, the biggest thing with these guys seems to be that they hate Shapers. But other than that, they ultimately just want their freedom. They want to live their lives here. They're worried about their crops and going hungry and things. Like, yeah. I don't know. I feel like my mind could just go in circles with all of this stuff. It's just, when you really think about it all. Alright, well, I think we're going to leave it on that one. I feel like I have some things to think about, you know, it's, but yeah, really, let me know what you think. I would appreciate it, because I just don't know. Like, I'm pretty happy to go along from here still, but I'm feeling awkward, because of things like this coming along, like the spy stuff. Like, I feel like if I pick the faction, for example, it immediately just, it's like a burden off myself in terms of how I'm going about this, because... Like, for example, if I decide to ally with the Awakened, then I can immediately turn in this spy. And I would certainly not be killing El Harar. On the other hand, if I decide to align with the Takers, I can out this spy and I can possibly go kill El Harar. Which is a huge thing, like taking out one of the leaders. That's kind of like, it's crazy. But yeah. Oh, I forgot about... Oh, right. Did I miss? You met a merchant named Cole in the village of Vakiri. He told you how the rogues of Susha Island have kept the serviles from trading with each other. He wanted you to ask someone named Arth if they could resume trade. Arth can be found in Kazg at the east end of Susha Island. Right. I guess we'll... Did I somehow miss that? Oh, the trade hall. I didn't go into that, did I? This here. That's what I missed. Okay. We'll go to here first and then... Yeah, then we'll finish up. Right, forgot about this. I saw the merchant there, I forgot to go back here. So I assume Arth is going to be... not here. Oh. Okay. I guess we'll still check. This is one of Kazg's merchants. This bazaar used to be a host to thriving trade. No longer. This merchant is thin, hungry, and desperate for business. Ah, the Shaper. This is my humble shop. Takers buy and sell. Though the merchant is hungry for business, she isn't sure whether she should deal with you. How is business? Ah, Shaper, well, trying times for us all. We do not trade with other serviles, but it is for the greater good, I assure you. She is saying it, but she doesn't look like she believes it. Why don't you deal with the other towns? Norrell makes it clear. They are now enemies. Takers have new allies now. That is what I know. I do not talk of it. Not for me to question great wisdom of Norrell. When did the trade end? She looks around nervously. About a year ago. Argued with other towns, true. Still traded? Now, no. Won't say more. Should not to Shaper. Okay. I would like to trade with you? Okay. Times have been hard in Kazg, so the merchants are eager to trade. Since this was the center of the Shaper colony, they have been able to scavenge high quality goods. They give their best prices to takers, of course. Yes, of course. Okay. Healing spores are always useful. Let's take those. And living tools are always good, so let's take those. That's fine, I think. Do these have any sort of, like, what is with these? Why do they sell them? Is it just for, like, aesthetics, or? Okay. But yeah, no, I guess we could try and talk to them. I assume, yeah, they're all gonna have the same text, I'm guessing, yeah. Alright, I'd like to trade with you. Oh, alright, hello, living tools. And it's mostly a baton shop, I guess. Interesting. Oh, we've got them fire ones. Okay. Some good stuff there, actually. We're still not... We don't have a ton of cash, so I don't want to just throw money away. Yeah, so it's all the same text. Okay. Let's see what you got. Oh, that's a... out of our league. Ivory band. Oh, we're using one of them. All good. Wait, what was the... Oops. Wrong thing. What was that? Shielding spores. Oh, it looked like a satchel or something. What about you? You're the food shop, apparently. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's strange. I didn't say anything else, did I? I mean, it's just Arth. Right. Did I miss somewhere else then? Like, not in the library. I don't know. I'm pretty sure we talked to everyone, right? I mean, they could be elsewhere. I kind of wish you could toggle the names on permanently. I mean, maybe I wouldn't want them on here, but like, I'd turn them on permanently if I was in a town sort of thing. Like, I think that would actually be better. I mean, it's not a big deal holding shift, obviously, just... can I steal anything from here? I haven't been looking in these things. Where was this? No? I mean, there's that one building we haven't been in because it had that sign, but I didn't get the impression that would be where a trader is. I mean, it's possible Arth isn't here right now. Like, they're just, you know, outside on the outskirts of the city, or, you know, something like that. But I do want to be sure. It certainly doesn't seem like there's any Arth around here. Yeah, I don't think it's worth going in there. It's tempting to try, but it says stay out or else, and I assume they sort of warned us against crimes. And I really don't think the archives would be where the trader is. Did we check this one? I forget which direction we came in. Oh, no. Oh, well there we go. Find Arth. Huh. Well, we won't be doing that right now, but that does give us our answer, so I'll take it. Alright, yeah, so as I said, I think that's going to do it for this one. I definitely have some stuff to think on. I mean, that's really my biggest concern right now, is I'm still enjoying it. And there's obviously a lot for us to do. Like, really, we've got a lot of reds right now. There's a lot to explore, a lot to learn, more powers to gain, you know, lots of interesting stuff. I just, I feel like without a faction, though, I just don't have a guiding light, as I'm going to call it, you know? And it's not even so much, well, it is that, but at the same time, it's also that without that, I can't do these, you know? Because I feel like the spy one, yeah, it's like, yeah, the spy one, kill Elra, yeah, I mean, there's a handful of them that all feel like they're a decision to a degree. This one, probably less so. Like, I've done a few things that are, like, helpful to the factions, but they're not sort of, you know, they don't go against the other factions, so... Yeah. I don't know. I do not know. I don't want to just keep piling these up and not doing them sort of thing. That's why I'm a bit, you know. Yeah, I don't know. I said I think I need to have a bit of a think on some things. It's all very interesting. I'm just, yeah, feeling a little lost, I suppose, on how to proceed with some of it. I just wish I felt a bit more strongly about one of the factions or something, or... Well, I said, it's not even so much about feeling strongly about one or the other, it's more like I want to feel strongly about one of them while also not liking the other sort of thing. Yeah. I don't know, I'm going to just ramble if I say anything more, so just as always, if you made it this far, I thank you for watching and I hope you enjoyed. I really appreciate it. Yeah, it was a bit of a... didn't quite expect it to go... I didn't expect to get to Kazg and everything today, so that was good. But yeah, as for next time, I think we will probably do what I said. There's a few sort of things that aren't sort of pushing the story forward that I want to do. Like Southbridge I would like to clear. Even though we don't need to, it just feels like it'd be good to get that done. But I want to go back to the buried cells, so we can go to that servant mine. We have the Volition Pentel Woods, and then we have whatever's going on at the Ascended Labs. So maybe we'll go to like Pentel Woods first. See how we go there. Ascended Labs, see how we go there. Go to the buried cells, and if by chance that doesn't take as long as it may, then like if say we're around the 30-40 you know, somewhere mark, then maybe we'll head to Southbridge. It may end up being a little bit longer if we did all that in one, but you know, that's fine. Yeah, I'm not set on that, but I think that's probably a good plan for the next one. But yeah, again, thank you very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.